Do you listen to WiGRadio? It's the best online radio with all-round gospel content, and it's live 24/7. Gospel of entrepreneurship, Activate Airplane, Happy Hour, Kingdom Mandate, Praise and Passion. Let's talk about it. Morning Drive, Morning Gist, and lots more. On www.wigradio.com. WiGRadio, our programs are set to take you from where you are to where you ought to be. You can call into our programs on +234 816 444 5960 and interact with us via twitter.com/WiGRadio or facebook.com/WiGRadio. Download WiGRadio mobile app for Android, BlackBerry, and Apple devices from different stores online. WiGRadio, reaching the world with good news, transforming lives globally.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Jide Agboola, as he has rightly said. I'm privileged to be in the studio today. I want to thank you for listening, and I'm sure I will do justice to your time. What the word to ponder on today, which is just simply says, tell me what you say you cannot do. I will tell you what has not been in existence. And what has not been in existence can also be created. I'm a man of advocacy on the power within. Everybody has something within. If you say something is not possible, I will tell you this is not been in existence. If it's not been in existence, you have the power to create it. And that is where we want to talk about today, the power of creativity. When we say creativity, everybody, every man has something within that can make them to create the kind of life they want to live. I mean, the kind of life they want to live, the kind of environment they want to see, the kind of things they want to talk about around them. So there's power within to cause us to create anything we want to see in our life. Now, the first point we want to address when we are talking about creativity is first called imagination. What I mean by imagination, whatever you conceive in your mind, you can achieve it. And that's the first point. Whatever you conceive, immediately you thought about it, you are being empowered to achieve it. But most of the time, we never look at this strength we have within us because we underestimate the value we have as human beings. The Christendom will normally say, we are small God. For we to be small God, there's power God had or has within him that we also have the same power. But because we have never been leveraging on the power of imagination, I imagine to become somebody great in life. The moment you have agreed with your mind, with your thoughts, it has been coming to be empowered to come into an existence. So that's the first point. Until a man comes to the point of realizing who exactly is, then definitely every other thing will fall in line and will be aligned with that thought system. It's a process. You view, you speak, you become. So until when you have those things or you believe those things, it is then you could see some things, okay, this thing is working. Whatever you had never thought of or you never visualized within your, for your life, you can never get it. So we're going to leverage on the power of creativity. To get the creativity done, the power, we need to leverage on the power of imagination. When you imagine something, it definitely comes to pass. Let me give us a scenario. The scenario, it goes thus. We human beings, no matter wherever we are, or wherever we are, either white, black, or whatever color of our skin, I believe we come through a same process. And the process is this. The process of 274 days. I've said this in some part of the world. That every human being in life come through a process of 274 days. And if you ask me what is 274 days, it means 9 months. I'm sure everybody was once in his or her mother's womb. So if you bring it down to days, it gives us 274 days. And if you can imagine, as we are saying, that why not 100 days? Why not 200 days? Why not 100 days or 150 days or less than that? You can see that you are imagining, why is it that long to have stayed in our mother's womb for us to stay that long before we come out of our mother's womb? Now, the answer is this. We stay so long in our mother's womb because there's so much need to be empowered in us while right in our mother's womb for us to exhibit when we come out. And that is the power I said within. There's something in us that has been put in us for we to exhibit or for we to explore whenever we come out of our mother's womb. Now, most often time, it doesn't matter our race. Oftentimes, we never see this power or we never see these things that is being part of us. And that is the point at which we have. For we to create, we must have the imagining power that there's something in me to have create whatever I want to achieve in my life. There's power in us. Until when we get to the point at which we realize there's something in us for we to make it in life. Until then, we'll still be in languishing with a lot of complaints and rejections around. Now, until that point of seeing, okay, I was this also period to be formed, to be empowered, and to come out and exhibit those things, then I can use that same power to start imagining the kind of life I want to live. By standard, every human being has the tendency to be successful in life, but we never make use of the power that we have within us. It's there. If we've not used or tapped into that power, it will be there forever. And that is why we are opening our mind and our eyes to see that there's something we have in us. No wonder there's some advertisement run in this part of the world. Sometimes when I see, they say, it is in you. That is the word. It is in you. And nobody can take it away. It's there and it shall be there forever. Until we get to a point where we can see, this is who I am. This is what I can create. I can create the kind of life I want to live. If this one is not working, recreate. If this one is not good, create another life. And that is the way we should be operating. But we never see it as a big deal. That, wow, so I have this power. You have it, but you never use it. And that's the point. We are trying to bridge the gap from what you have with what you're supposed to be. And that's the point at which we will need to realize and go through a journey of self-discovery. Who I am. What is my strength? What has been embedded in me since the day I was born? It will be there. If care is not taken, it will be there forever. I want to also give us another scenario. A friend, two friends, one is in US and another one is in Africa. The one in Africa was like, I need money to run something here in Nigeria. I mean, let's say for Nigeria, for example. I need to run things here. I need money. He called his friend in the US. And the guy said, oh, I'm not too sure if I can do this for you. But okay, let's see. And the guy in the US did not say anything. So, at the end of the day, the guy in the US sent money to the one in Nigeria, his account. He sent money to his account. And the guy in Nigeria never deemed it fit to check his account. Neither do he has an alert on that account. He never knew the money is in the account. And the guy has been suffering, asking for money day and night. Meanwhile, the money is in that account. Now, tell me, if it would take the grace of God for him to realize there's something he has in his account if he had not go back and check that account. So, and that is the way we are. With that scenario, it shows there's something that has been given to us, but we never make use of it. And that is why we need to know and we need to use the power of imagination. So, this is a very good tool anywhere in the world. And if you ask me, those successful people in the world, these are the things they have used to get to where they are today. You can as well use it. You can as well be the same, the richest man in the world today, if you have been leveraging on the power of imagination. Somebody might ask me, what do I need to imagine? You can imagine the kind of life you want to live. I want to live like this. I want to live like that. You need to state it clearly. Okay, this is the way I want to live in the next 5-10 years. And this is the kind of cars I want to live in the next 5 years. So, it gives you a sense of, say, I can create this. Every human being has the tendency and the power to create whatever life they want to live. But, it's always few that understand this power within them. So, today, as we talk, don't tell me what you say you cannot do, I will tell you what has not been existent. But what has not been in existence can as well be created. So, nothing should be impossible. Leverage on the power of possibility and the power of imagination to bring out your creativity. So, once more, don't think anything cannot be possible. It can. It will. It must, if you believe in that. Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. Interesting one. And I was sincerely blessed. I like I told you earlier on, I said there's so much loaded inside of this now. But I think I have one question for you based on what you talk about in place of the power of imagination. Now, what happens in a situation whereby a person just realize that it seems as if I've lost my power of imagination? Okay, maybe at one point or the other, he used to have these wonderful dreams, wonderful ideas that, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, but the environment makes it so unconducive such that at the end of the day I realize that, many of these dreams are not coming to pass. And then getting to that point where it's like, is it really worth it to imagine again? For instance, we have certain people that set wonderful goals in the year 2017. And they realize that these goals never came to pass. And then someone is telling them, in 2018, imagine again, think about great possibilities. And it's like, why should I think about great possibilities in 2018 when the ones for 2017 did not come to pass? So what would you have to say to such people that seem to have lost their power of imagination?
Thank you. The first point I want to raise is this. There will never be any conducive environment, but you have to make it conducive for yourself. That's my first point. If you are saying something must be right or whatever it is should be perfect, that means you are not ready to do anything. Now, if one has lost anything in the past, in the area of I've lost, I ought to have, but I want to tell you this categorically, that there's no time that is wasted and there's no time that is being late. So it is now depends on you. Are you willing to start again now? I used to say something that speed is useless in a wrong direction. Now, when you are in the wrong direction, you are making speed. See, don't worry. Just stop at where you realize that this is a wrong direction. Then you can always come back. So there's no time. What you ought to have achieved in the last 10, 20 years, if you realize this is what I ought to have been doing within a short time, you could as well, because at the point of realization, for a Christian belief, if you look at this a story in the Bible of a prodigal son, a point has come in that man's life that he realized who he is. Until that point, whatever we are doing, we are still doing them in vain. That's the point. So it gives you more strength at that point to achieve what you ought to have achieved in many years ago. Within a short time, you need to come to the point of realization who exactly I am. Everybody is something. You need to understand who exactly I am. That will not make your speed in a wrong direction. So it doesn't matter how many years you have wasted, how many years has been lost. That is just by the way. But if you realize that this is who I am, within that pace, within that understanding, you can use that to ensure you put in all your strength and gain much more things which could have amounted to a past or many years of waste. So that's it. So simple. Just realize it and be on that terrain and move on. It's so simple. Don't look back. Having gotten the new understanding or a new concept or perspective to your life, then follow it. It doesn't take too long. You'll get it. If a man knows where he's going to in life, it doesn't take long for him to get there. So that is it. When you know what you're supposed to do, you've come to the point of consciousness of the fact that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is who I am. Then you begin on that speed and you get there in a short time.
And how can that man now redevelop the power of imagination?
Yeah. First, we so much engage ourselves in something that is not profitable to us. Let me use myself as an example.
All right.
I realize I should be writing book. This is what I should be doing. Now, what I do most of the time, like what Jesus Christ used to do, is withdraw himself from the crowd. I don't stay long where there's crowd. See, whenever I'm talking in Christendom this time, whenever there's a revelation, it comes individual.
Yes.
So when it comes in like individual, So you must be individual, somebody who are connected with the revelation coming to you. Not everybody. And that's why when you propose something, when you have a business, when you have an idea, when you have a vision, not so many will understand, not so many will believe you, because they are not with you when you had that revelation. So the first step is to withdraw yourself out. Come out from the crowd. There will be so many things that will cause like a distraction. So when you bring yourself out, then you can imagine, be in a quiet place, be in a place where nobody is distracting you. Then you can see how developed is your power of imagination. You sit down, you view something. Oh, this man did this. I can do it. And that's the first point. Whatever you believe you can do, you can do. So until when you withdraw yourself, because there will be thousands of things that will cause like a distractions to you every day. Even in your house as a married man. But at times that's why they always say in organization have I don't know what they call it. They call it one name. You need to have a self I don't know. But just being alone somewhere and find a place where you can sit down and begin to imagine. Think. Imagination simply means think. Think. When you think, engage your mind in thinking, positive thinking. When you engage in positive thinking, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Then you begin to see those things coming to reality. Mind you, let me warn you. Don't assume those things you imagine will come to be one day. Even though the heaven and the earth was not created in one day. How come it's 7 days? He has the power. He has everything to create everything in one day. But he did not do that because things must follow process. You must grow to the level at which you want to attain in life. And that's why the first stage is to withdraw yourself. The second stage is begin to think. When you think, I can do this, you can get it, you will do it. So the third stage is to put things down and begin to follow up. So that forms the basis of what you do outside your being alone. When you are also in the crowd, you know this is your focus. So when you have those things done in your place of being out of people, then you sit down, you write down, you think, this is what you want to do, and start work towards it. A building was not a building in one day. It takes process. Foundational, building up, the frames, the roofing, painting, and the finishings. So it takes process. The process of the world we are in today take, 7 days. So how come you want to do it? If anything is coming suddenly, it's not real. I can assure you, it is not real. So it has to be in process. So, but the first process is what we are agitating on today, to realize who you are, to realize what you're supposed to be doing. Then you now follow the second process, being alone somewhere. Think, and think, and think. When you think, you follow what you think, you put that on the paper, then you start following it up. Then, in a short time, and most of the time, most of the things you thought you could do, there's always a power within you. I say something everywhere in the world that whatever you need is always around you. It's there. But because you have never thought of that which you want to do, that's why you thought you don't need anything. You don't see anything you need around you. It's there. It will be there and it shall be there. So the facts still remain until when you come to a point of realization to withdraw yourself out of the system that is so noisy, to start thinking positively, then you start leveraging on what you want to do and you start seeing people. Don't be surprised. If it's somebody you have been playing with for a long time, he has what you need. Everybody. What I need, you have. What I have, you need. It's symbiotic. And that's the way life is. So what I have, you need. What I need, you have. And that is it. So, but if you have not realized what you need, which is around you, you'll always be there and somebody will be wasting away your time because you never see what I have to give to you. So that's it. It's very simple. From the first principle, realize who you are. The second one is to withdraw yourself. The third one is to start thinking positively, put things down. Then the fourth one is start looking around, and over time you get things you want to achieve. That's it.
Wow. Awesome time. And it was really very, very interesting. And for me personally, I think my takeaway point on this is that first and foremost, realize who you are. Understand who you are. And if you find out that you've been going in the wrong direction, all you need to do is to sit down and turn back and begin to move in the right direction. It's possible that you might have been going in the wrong way and you are wondering, why are things not working the way I expect it to work? All you need to do is to get to that point where, like the prodigal son, you tell yourself that you tell yourself that I need to start moving in the right direction for that God has actually planned for me. I think that there are a lot of people who are listening to this right now, and they would want to get in contact with you. They would want to find out more, especially about the book that I talked about earlier on, titled The Reality of Time. So I think, Mr. Agboola, it would be so nice for you to tell some of our audience listening to this right now about how they can get to get a copy of The Reality of Time, and how they can get to contact you after now, maybe by your phone number, your email, and maybe your social media contacts. How can people contact you after now?
Okay. My social media account, Instagram, is Agboola Jide. Agboola is AGBOOLA JYDE in one word, and also goes to my Facebook account and also to my Gmail account. I think Skype as well. But my current number I use now is +234 70 680 28224. I'll call it again. +234 70 680 28224. So you can link up with me on my Instagram account, Agboola Jide. J Agboola is AGBOOLAJYDE. So it goes to my Facebook and it goes to my Instagram account. So you can log on with me and let's continue in the race.
Okay, if I were you, I would just go on to my social media account right about now, and I'll connect with Agboola Jide. JYDE, Agboola Jide. I'm already doing that, and I tell you that I've already located Agboola Olajide on Facebook. Agboola Olajide in bracket JYDE, and I just sent him a friend request. I want to tell you that if you would send a request to him, he will definitely accept your friend request, and he will definitely love to attend to any of your personal messages that you might want to send to his personal inbox, and it's definitely going to be an awesome time interacting with him. Alright, we're going to go on this music break right about now, and when we are back, we are going to continue the conversation to another level. Don't touch it out, it's still WiGRadio. Wow, do you know that with WiGRadio, your product and services can reach millions of people across the world?
Yeah, your songs and broadcasts can also reach people from over 110 countries.
WiGRadio is what you need for your live broadcast,
Song promotion,
audiobook recording,
jingles production,
advert placement,
audio broadcast of programs and events.
and that comes with red carpet.
And lots more on WiGRadio.
What are you still waiting for? Hurry now and contact advert at wigradio.com or check us out on www.wigradio.com.